My name's Lottie and I'm editor-in-chief of Biscuit, which is a new website for bisexual women. In this video, with the help of some of Biscuit's writers and readers, I'm going to look at various misconceptions surrounding bisexuality, particularly in women. These prejudices are the reason why Biscuit exists and why it needs your help. Enjoy!
No tiene que ser en inglés. Yes, that's right. Also, when any couples of any genders are kissing in front of me, they do it only to provoke me. Because, you know, I'm bisexual and bisexual girls want to date everyone. So they just do it to arouse me and awake my fantasies. Yes, of course, but no. Guys, really, it's men's problem if they get horny when they see me with a girl or any girls kissing, okay? The same way, it would be my fault if I have, I don't know, some reverse threesome fantasy with gay guys. It doesn't mean that gay guys are kissing each other just to provoke me, right? Okay, so give me a break, please.
You asking me to make my mind up is a bit like me asking you to suddenly become 10 years younger or teleport to Japan. It's not going to happen. I can pretend, but the reality will be underneath, I'm still bisexual. I'm not a latent homosexual. I'm not pretending to fancy girls to impress boys. I'm bisexual. It's not like choosing an ice cream flavour, although some bi people do have a marked preference for a particular gender. We cover that later in the video. I'm bisexual, that's how it is. I can't pick and choose. I like more than one gender, and that's how it is.
Hi, good evening. This is my video for Biscuit, answering the question or the assumption you're just greedy. That's right, greed, like non-vegetarians or travellers who choose to roam beyond their home nation. Just as the wholly straight and wholly gay don't fancy everyone of a certain gender, I certainly don't fancy everyone. And that's the likelihood of my affections being returned by anyone. It's not greed. It'd be crude to give you a percentage, males and females, but simply put, it's about potential. I'm still as fussy and particular as the next person. Don't want lots of sex, lots of partners, lots of relationships. I'm still searching for just one companion, and they could be male or they could be female.
Well, actually it's a little bit more complicated, and I'll tell you why. Let's imagine a city or a small city where you can find 2,000 people Saturday night when you go out, okay? This is a city, 2,000 people, and for the sake of this stupid argument, half of these people will be girls and the other half will be guys. Now, not everyone will date everyone because people have different orientations, right? So if we believe that 10% of everyone is not straight, then we're gonna have in the same place this. We have 900 straight girls and 900 straight guys. And we have 100 lesbian or bisexual girls and 100 gay or bisexual guys. Now bear with me. In this case, a lesbian girl will have 100 opportunities because there is 100 lesbian or bisexual girls. And a straight girl will have 900 opportunities because she has 900 straight guys. And a bisexual girl like me will have 1,000 opportunities because I'll have 100 lesbian or bisexual girls and 900 straight guys. Now, as you may see, 1,000 is not the double of anything. Actually, it's just a little bit more and lots more. Now, it doesn't make any sense to you. That's because it doesn't make any sense at all. So please stop it.
Not right now, thanks. And if I did fancy a threesome, it wouldn't be just because I'm bisexual. Plenty of gay and straight people enjoy group sex too. Bisexuals don't have a monopoly on it. I often wonder why people don't constantly accuse lesbians of being entangled in menage a trois, when actually their same sex desire would make the situation as easy as my mixed sex desire. That equation would work just as well as me and two men or a man and a woman. As for straight people, well, I have it on good authority that many of them still get a frisson from group sex. They get around it by using things like no touching rules sometimes. The bottom line is it's just really not as simple as assuming that a bi girl will always say yes to a threesome and anyone else will say no.
Hello, second video for Biscuit. And this statement is, you're just scared to come out as lesbian. Yep, I'm terrified. I'm not gay. I'm not straight. Let's say I'm mostly straight, I'll give you that. But bi is the best description. I like the word queer, actually. But to forsake men, absolutely, for me, would be an act of celibacy, not coming out. It's not a stepping stone. Granted, I'm still working it out myself, but never ever, and I'm almost 30, have I ever suspected I'm a lesbian. I've just never felt entirely straight. I've liked girls for as long as I've liked boys, and I do love cock, hooray. And I've been scared to come out as bi, that's absolutely true. And I've got one foot in the closet, so to speak, still. And if I was scared as coming out as gay, I'd probably still assert that I'm totally straight rather than tell a half-truth or say that I'm a lesbian.
Hello, my name's Kate and I'm bisexual. Someone asked me, have I got a boyfriend and a girlfriend? There's a big difference between bisexuality and polyamory. My boyfriend and I are in a loving, committed, monogamous relationship. He is enough for me and I am most definitely enough for him. If he were a girl, it would probably be a similar setup. While I like to look at men and women in the street, flirt with new people I meet, and enjoy fantasies of girls while I'm alone, I'm perfectly happy with just the one lover. Sure, some bisexual people also have open relationships and date whomever they please, but don't assume that's true of all of us. Just because we're bisexual, it doesn't mean we're hypersexual. Hope that clears it up. Ah!
I am married to a man and I love him, but getting married didn't change who I am, didn't change my ability to be attracted to women, didn't change my past, growing up bisexual, any of that. How can I explain this? Alright, think about it this way. Say you're straight woman, and you meet a guy and you start a relationship with him. Does that just totally negate your ability to be attracted to other men? I'm not talking about the beginning of the relationship where you're head over heels and obsessed and you can't look at anybody else, you can't even think about anything else. Give it a few months and go to the cinema and, watch a movie with, for me it'd be Johnny Depp, maybe Ryan Gosling. As an aside, by the way, I do not get the Ryan Gosling thing, but I think I'm pretty much the only person in the country who can say that. Anyway, whatever floats your boat, that's what I'm saying. Being with somebody doesn't turn off your capability for attraction, and it's exactly the same for bisexuals. It's exactly the same for all of us. And like I said, it doesn't change my past or anything else about me. You know, our sexualities belong to ourselves. Nobody else can tell you, you're gay, ooh, you're straight, you're bi. You can have a lot of fun exploring your sexuality with other people, but ultimately it belongs to you.
People who cheat come in all sexualities. Just because I have the potential to be attracted to more than one gender, it doesn't mean I have to be with more than one person. I have infinite respect for polyamory, but it's just not for me. It's about more than genitals. When I'm with someone, I'm with someone. If I don't get any cock or see a pair of tits for a while, I'm not going to drop dead. It doesn't work that way.
Right. I am not sure how I get straight privilege when I'm not actually straight. So what do I think we're talking about? I think you mean people reading me as straight and treating me accordingly. So they look at me and they think that I'm straight, or they see me with somebody who appears to be a partner of a different gender and they treat me much better than they have done or they do when they see me with a partner who appears to be of the same gender. Okay. Well, what does that mean? Does that make me feel like, oh yeah, being straight's amazing? Or does it make me feel like, oh, I know I'm not straight, and now I know it's probably not safe to tell these people that I'm not straight. This is not a comfortable environment in which to be out. Because it's not like that only happens to bisexual women. You know, I am sure there are plenty of lesbians who have been read as straight at various times. So people look at them and make that assumption and treat them like they're straight. And do we call that them receiving straight privilege? Or do we call that erasure, them being forced into the closet? Yeah, snap. Thank you. Okay, when people refuse to recognise bisexuality, they are erasing part of our identities. They are making us feel like bisexuality isn't a valid identity, it's not something that exists. They're not giving us something, they are taking away something from us. And it's also tying into this idea that, like, the best possible thing you could be is to be straight. We all know that's not true. I'm not saying it's a bad thing to be straight. I'm saying that in sexuality, there's no best or better or any of that. But there is more than gay or straight.
Hello, my name's Kate, I'm bisexual. In answer to the question, how can you be bi if you prefer a certain gender, I say this. I've got a boyfriend. I've only ever had boyfriends. I've never dated a woman, not because I haven't wanted to, believe me, but I still consider myself to be bisexual. How? It's all about attraction. I prefer men on the whole. I've certainly kissed more guys than I have girls, but there's a part of me that loves the ladies. It's a quiet part, but it's definitely there. That feeling in the pit of your stomach that moves southwards when you catch a glance of someone utterly gorgeous. It happens when I see someone I like, and it's not limited to one gender. In fact, I quite like those who are transgender. Who knows why? Sexuality is a sliding scale, and it's rare that you'll find a person who could say that they were 50-50 all the way. So, why would people think I'm not bisexual? Because I'm closer to 80-20.
I would be the first to admit that labels can be a pain in the arse. Lots of people have a problem with the term bisexual because they feel that it excludes genderqueer people, intersex people, and sometimes even trans people. I'm personally quite happy with using it because I feel that for me it talks about being attracted to gender in all its manifestations, be that mixed up in a slightly more polar binary sense or whatever. But I can understand why a lot of people prefer using terms like pansexual and queer. One of the main reasons that Biscuit talks about bisexuality is that it's supposed to be accessible for people outside the bi community. I'd like it to be a resource for educating people who aren't necessarily familiar with the LGBTQ vernacular. Another question I'm often asked is why Biscuit is aimed just at female identifying people. That's something that I fully defend the fact that it's just aimed at female identifying people because I think we have very specific needs, but I'm very interested in building the Biscuit empire so that other resources can become available, and that's another reason why Biscuit needs your help. If you've got any questions, you can email me, lottie@thisisbiscuit.com, and I'll try my best to answer them. In the meantime, please, if you can, any way you can help us, please do. Many thanks.